Hello guys, so welcome back to another video. So Ghostface is the new killer to be added into Dead by Daylight, meaning that the question needs to be asked, how good is Ghostface as a killer? And by the end of the video we will have an answer. So to fully answer this question we need to look into certain aspects of the killer, so we'll lay them out as follows. Number 1, the movement speed of Ghostface. So when Ghostface is stood up, he has a movement speed of 115%, which is the average killer speed. However, when crouched, he has a movement speed of 90%. And the reason for this sharp decrease in movement speed when crouching is due to the stealth aspects for which crouching gives Ghostface. And this leads on to number 2, the ability of Ghostface, which is Night Shroud. So when active, the Ghostface has no terror radius. However, performing a basic attack will deactivate Night Shroud and will reset the power gauge. While Night Shroud is active, the Ghostface can stalk solo survivors, putting them in the exposed state for 45 seconds and allowing Ghostface to one-hit down that stalked survivor. The main issue with his power is the fact that survivors can deactivate his ability if a survivor is within a close proximity and looks in the direction of Ghostface for a short duration, then his power is deactivated. This leads on to number 3, do you need add-ons to compete against survivors? So Ghostface can perform well against inexperienced survivors due to them providing more opportunities to be stalked and putting them into the exposed state. However, against higher skilled players, they will simply negate his ability, making him a worse uncloaked wraith. However, there are add-ons which can aid with this problem. Driver's license is one which considerably decreases the range at which a survivor can detect Ghostface, and although this isn't much, it can give you, as Ghostface, more time to stalk the survivor, getting the exposed effect on them. Another add-on similar to this is Victim's Detailed Routine, which tremendously decreases the minimum distance from the Ghostface to a survivor to trigger a detection indicator. What that basically means is for survivors to negate his ability, they must be extremely close to the killer, which will in turn notify him that a survivor is near, possibly starting a chase if he's not already in one. So looking at these variables, Ghostface has the potential to be a very good killer due to his ability which allows him to insta-down survivors. And this can be done through stalking each survivor until 99%, and then when he's in a chase, finish the stalk and insta-down the survivor. On top of this, Ghostface can have a 0 terror radius while moving at a normal killer speed, essentially making him a better tier 1 Myers. However, he can also easily be countered. All survivors have to do in his current state is look in his direction for a short period of time, then Ghostface has no abilities for that period of time. This lends Ghostface to a more passive playstyle, picking and choosing when to strike survivors, which suits his lore perfectly, but in today's game of survivors holding the upper hand, to be a high tier killer, one needs to be able to take the game to the survivors, keeping constant pressure on them, which Ghostface kind of fails to do in his current form. On top of this, when activating Night Shroud, survivors are notified via an audio clip. And when close to survivors, they are given another audio cue. So, to answer the question, how good is Ghostface? Well, ultimately he's not bad, but he's certainly not the best. His perks allow for some interesting gameplay, and the add-ons to the perks can also give you some benefits, but ultimately he just seems to lack a special ability that can really drive the game in a killer's favour, and in high tier gameplay we can't see him being used as much. However, this doesn't mean he's not fun to play. He's a very interesting killer, and we do feel that a lot of fun can be had playing as him and playing against him. So I think that wraps it up for how good is the Ghostface. Please let us know what you think in the comments below. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and that is all. We will see you in the next one. Peace.